Well, I was able to get back Jane's results, and I'm happy to report that she was on average with most of the students her age. There were a couple of trouble areas, but I think we can help Jane reach her full potential. So I'm going to refer to some notes. Now, when I refer to percentages, it's referring to percentages of Jane in comparison to children her age. So mind when I say normal, that's a good thing. And even her one lower score was still within the average range, though a little bit low for average. So, she exceeded approximately 42% of her children her own age, indicating both a normal range of thinking and reasoning abilities, both verbal and nonverbal, which is very, very good. Jane also had good general cognitive abilities. Her perceptual reasoning index was about 55%, well within the normal range, and her verbal comprehension index was about 61% of her peers. Again, well within the normal range. We did see some weaknesses with working memory index. So this is where Jane had a little bit of trouble. She was on the low average range of 18% of her peers. This illustrates that there were some issues with working memory, ability to sustain attention, concentrate, and exert mental control. Jane's processing speed was about 27% of her peers. This is average. Her processing visual material was poor, though, compared to the verbal reasoning abilities. Jane was strong on her metrics reasoning. This indicates good fluid intelligence and problem solving. Now, these might be some of the reasons that Mrs. Jones is seeing some issues academically. Difficulty with attending to information and holding items in short-term memory makes the tasks much more complex and arduous. So that might be some of those problems there. Also, note the ability to process visual material was overall poor when compared with the other scores, visual discrimination and visual motor coordination. So while Jane is pretty strong in mental abilities, it does seem that she's having some issues with organizing visual information, visual spatial information, and visual scanning, simple fine motor skills. So all things considered, she did it overall pretty well. But I think that Jane's struggle is where we're seeing the issues with academics. First, I would definitely recommend a full screening for ADHD, as it would seem that this is possibly causing the problems with concentration, attention, mental control, and working memory. Other recommendations include learning information chunking so that you'll have less pieces to remember. Remembering 32, one number, is easier than remembering 3 and 2, two separate numbers. At home, focusing on just completing the assignments and not worrying so much about grades would be best. And I also recommend a full visual screening that was recommended in the earlier report, as I think that would be beneficial just to make sure all is well.